Hi, I'm Nicole from Allsit Can Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to paint your Disney Cruise Line door magnet. I've got all my supplies I'm going to need. I've got my paints, and they're acrylic paints, and the reason we use acrylics is they're easy to clean up. They're water soluble, and when I use my paintbrush with them, in between colors, I clean my paintbrush in the water. I do have a little paper towel here just to dry my paintbrush off. And I also got out some paper plates. It makes it a whole lot easier to clean up. I'll just put a little paint on my paper plate and use it when I'm painting. So I've got my acrylic paints, I've got my water, I've got my little paper plates so I know where to put my paint choices, paper towels. I'm also going to use a pencil, and I'll explain that in just a minute. So let's get started. All right, so on my Mickey head, I'm going to paint this black. Now, I'm not going to paint the whole thing black because I am going to glue this on eventually. And glue works better when it's wood on wood. If I were to paint the whole thing and then glue it, this wouldn't stick as well. And so I need to trace the areas that are going to be painted and the areas that aren't. And so I'm going to decide where I want to put this. And then with my pencil, I'm going to trace my line. And I'm going to trace where the buttonholes are, so that I now have a vision of where I need to paint and what I'm going to leave blank wood. Now, speaking of painting, I'm showing you today the basic traditional Mickey. I've been doing some thinking about what would be some other fun things to do, and if I had like a toddler and it was our first cruise, I may, forego the pants, and I would maybe do like some handprints on here, or paint it all one color and then give my kiddo, a couple of fun colors and have them do their own design. And then you have a real memory of, oh, remember that first cruise when you were just 3 years old and this is how big your hand was, and look at this picture, this is what you painted. And you can totally do any design you want. But today what I'm going to show you is just the basic Mickey with the pants and the buttons. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to put this in fast forward motion. But some things I do want to point out before I get started is I'm going to start with the black. I am going to paint the edges, all right, because those will be visible. I'm going to paint the pants red, all right, and I am going to paint the edges. And then I'm going to paint the buttons yellow. All right. Now, each time I paint and I see it come to a line, I'm actually going to paint a little over the line because I don't want to get to a point where I painted just right up to the line and then my pants don't completely cover it up. So I'm actually going to paint over the line. All right. So here comes the magic of fast forward.